The Liberals and the NDP attempted to colonize a small town farming community north of Edmonton with their bad progressive ideas. Janice Irwin, NDP MLA from Edmonton. I'm looking at you. Randy Boissonneau, soon to be former Liberal MP from Edmonton, also looking at you. So the town of Westlock. Quite a story unfolded there. The news broke late November that they were going to take their rainbow crosswalk fiasco to like a townwide plebiscite. They were going to put it directly to the people because the people did not trust the politicians and the politicians did not trust the people. So over the summer, for some reason, this town that has a tractor museum in it and a couple of nearby Hutterite colonies and I think the world's largest harvest. All of a sudden, this became ground zero of the fight for the use of public infrastructure to promote gender ideology. They insisted on having a rainbow, pride flag, trans flag, progress flag sidewalk. You know what? If you can flip a town like Westlock, they can flip anywhere. So the town is like under 5,000 people, by the way. The decision to allow a vote came on the heels of a citizen-led petition submitted to the town of Westlock on October 30th. The petition calls for bylaw 2023-14, which would restrict the town to flying flags representative of only the municipal, provincial, or federal governments. Fair enough. What they wanted was neutrality. They didn't want to use infrastructure that they all pay for to push a certain agenda, i.e. no pro-life flags, no pride flags. Fair enough, right? The petition also calls for regulation to paint crosswalks only in traditional white laddered patterns. So again, no favoritism, no politics on the infrastructure. During the council meeting on November 22nd, the crosswalk and flagpole bylaw unanimously passed its first reading before councillors opted to put the decision to locals instead. The uproar over the rainbow crosswalk in the rural farming community comes after a unanimous town council decision to allow students and staff at RF Staples School's LGBTQ Thunder Alliance to paint the town of Westlock's first rainbow crosswalk on June 18th. It's right across from the Legion of all places. It instantly divided the town. People were furious. Liberal MP from Edmonton was brought in, Randy Boissonneau, to argue in favor of the crosswalk after locals turned up at a June 12th council meeting to object to the sidewalk revamp. And then the NDP started sending in their colonizers too. And wouldn't you know it, plebiscite last night, the people have spoken and there will be no political use of public infrastructure in the town of Westlock. So the NDP can, and the Liberals, by the way, they can go back to ruining Edmonton with their bad ideas and quit colonizing rural Alberta and our culture with their nonsense. So it was close because the progressives really brought out all the stops. And frankly, it necessitates, like, their behavior in all of this necessitates the reason for a neutrality bylaw, because the town councillors were going around knocking doors on behalf of being allowed to use town infrastructure for political reasons. They should have remained neutral in this. They're the council. They should have let the two sides, the pro sidewalk people and the anti sidewalk people, fight it out. And the town council should have kept their hands out of it, right? Instead, they were not. So I hope they all get unelected next time around. Slate of conservatives up there in Westlock next time. It was really close. It was a vote of 663 to 639. And of course, the NDP are singing the blues over this. Janice Irwin says that Westlock has banned pride flags and rainbow crosswalks. They didn't ban that. They banned anything but the apolitical use of public infrastructure. It's not like they're playing favorites here. To Westlock's to SLGBTQ plus community. You think that's a robust community? Anyway, I'm so sorry. You may feel alone, but know that many of us stand with you. The fight for safe, inclusive Alberta continues. We can't back down. We won't. Janice, go back to ruining Edmonton. But what, you had no business there anyway. Nothing. Go back to yelling at street preachers in downtown Edmonton the way she likes to do. Go do that. Leave these people alone. They've decided they don't want this stuff on their crosswalk. By the way, they pay for the crosswalk, Janice, not you, Randy. They get a say. You don't. Get out of town. Like, this is the worst. It's exactly what Ottawa does to Alberta. Now we got Edmonton doing it to small town Alberta. I'm so happy they lost. It's not enough to teach them a lesson, though, to mind their own business.